Hey there everybody, I'm Layton and welcome back to another Arcane reaction video. We've done it. We've made it to the final 3 episodes and honestly I'm a little devastated. It's I mean, to me the show's really just starting to get good, you know? It's just starting to really pick up and I'm disappointed that there's only 3 episodes left. That's almost over. But I looked it up and Season 2 has been ordered by Netflix. It just isn't coming in 2022, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with myself until then, but I guess I'll deal with it. I'd much rather they make a great Season 2 than rush it out to be out in 2022. So, like, it's fine, I guess. I'm just sad because I want more. Now that we've gotten into the meat of it and I've seen, like, what the show is, I want more. I'm like Sharpay.
I want more.
But again, we've still got 3 episodes left, so let's not mourn it until it's actually gone. And today we're watching episode 7. In the last episode, Vi and Jinx met up again for the first time since they were separated as kids. Both of them thought that each other was dead, and now they know that to not be the case, which is great. A little less great is the fact that Jinx is a little mentally unstable right now. She's going through it, so that's less than ideal, especially because she obviously seems to have some conflicting feelings about her sister. I think they're probably gonna make up. I still would love it if she was like the next villain or like a future villain of the show, but I'm also fine with them making up because that's just a feel-good thing to happen. But throwing a kink in the whole reunion making up thing is that this group of people who I still don't know anything about, they came in and kidnapped Vi, I think. They left Jinx there, they kidnapped Vi. I don't know where Kate went. Kate was like there and then she just wasn't anymore. So what happened to her, who knows? So now Vi and Jinx are separated again, but at least this time they know each other's alive. I'm curious to see whether Jinx will try to rescue Vi from the people who kidnapped her or what. I mean, we saw what happened last time Jinx tried to help with the kidnapping situation. So do we really want her to help? Especially now she's maybe not at her best, you know, mental stability wise. So possibly not a good idea to have her coming in to help with the rescue mission. We also learned that people in the Undercity are chugging that purple elixir that turns people into monsters like it's Great Crush. So that's not good, and some people are even addicted to it, I guess, because it makes them feel powerful and whatever. It's like a drug. It's like crack cocaine. And when they recover from being under the drug's influence, they still have like deformities and stuff that's making them like look kind of gross and whatever. So that's interesting. That's an interesting added layer to the evil villain's plan. It just makes him seem even more evil because, you know, like he has this grand scheme, whatever it may be, about overthrowing the rich elite, but to do it, he's sacrificing the people that he's supposed to be helping. You know, he's sacrificing the people from the Undercity and whatnot. So that's just kind of, you know, an evil villain thing to do. I mean, I don't want to toss around, you know, name calling or whatever, but he seemed like a pretty obvious villain. We also have Viktor, who is one of the scientists, and he's dying because he breathed in chemicals when he lived in the Undercity, which is great because everybody else is also breathing in those chemicals, so that's fantastic. So he's dying and he's desperate to find a way to not die by using the hex tech. So that's an interesting plotline. I like him. I like his plotline and like the hex tech plotline as like their own separate entity. What I don't like still is Jace and his plotline. I don't know, he just doesn't thrill me as a character the way the other characters do. His motivations are kind of like, to me. I especially don't like that he's kind of getting intertwined with the political side of things, and as I've talked about before, I'm not the biggest fan of political plot lines. I'm fine with politics being included in worlds, but when it's like a whole thread that you kind of have to keep track of. Not really my thing, but there's so much good stuff in the show that one plot line doesn't even really bother me that much. I just kind of, I'll be honest, you might notice that I say less during those moments, and it's because I'm kind of spacing out, I'll be honest. Like I pay attention for any, like, keywords, anything that, like, seems important, but otherwise I'm just like, yeah, okay, let's get back to the hot lesbians or, like, literally anybody else. I'm really interested to see if Viktor goes down, like, the mad scientist path, if he becomes the next villain for, like, season 2 or something, because he's so desperate to survive and make the hex tech work, and maybe he'll find a way to make it work, but then it'll turn him into something else. We got the flashback with him and that other scientist guy who was keeping that poor little lizard thing alive at whatever cost, and it was horrifying, but it really proved the point of, like, what extent are you willing to go to for science? And Viktor comes to him at the end and says, I understand now. And it's like, oh, great. Good. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want to hear. So that'll be interesting to see where that plot line goes to. And with all of that said, I think I'm ready to jump into the episode. But first, I must remind you that I have a Patreon, and over there's a ton of really cool perks for all 3 tiers, but the coolest perk of them all is uncut reactions. Fully edited, but unlike the video you're about to watch right now, it's not completely chopped up and things muted and whatnot. Like, it's my entire reaction to the entire episode. So if that interests you, or especially if the idea of getting elite early access to these uncut videos interests you, go head over to my Patreon. The link is in the description down below, and check it out. And now with all that said, let's get into the episode. Ooh. What is this?
I declare war on anybody standing in the way of what I dream for. I'm kicking down your door.
This is different.
If I wonder why you got a pocket full of green for. They say I'm only brick rap.
Are these the people who kidnapped Vi? It looks like it, because they're doing those hoverboard things. They've got those masks on. Also, my audio is very loud. Oh, there's Kate. She got kidnapped too.
I knew it was
Okay.
a mistake trusting you.
You've been a real picnic yourself.
I'm not the one who walked us into not 1, but 2 of Silco's traps.
Silco. Is that what I've been calling him? I've been calling him Silas, haven't I? Whoops.
What's going on?
Hey, stop! Get your hands off of me!
Leave her alone. Vi? Vi!
You're creepy. Don't like you.
You look good for a dead girl.
I forgot about him! Oh my god! What's his name? They called him, like, Little Man or something, but what was his name? Hold on. I've got to reach back into the deep recesses of my mind for a second. Echo, right? Echo. I can't remember what's his face's name, Silco, but I can remember Echo. I really am sorry about saying the wrong name. It's probably been driving you guys nuts. I told you I was bad with names. I put that disclaimer in, like, the first episode, so you were warned.
What do you know about this?
Nothing.
What the hell?
Why is he being a little bitch?
I thought you were dead. Now you show up with a pilty and give her a tour of the lanes?
Why didn't you say something?
I didn't know if I could trust you.
So you just come out swinging?
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder who I learned that from.
Kind of shitty.
Oh, well, you should have learned more. You still punch like a little boy. I missed you, little man.
Aww.
How long have you had those off?
Too pure.
How long have you been whining?
Oh my god. This is too pure.
I would very much like to see the device. This hex core.
I've tried every combination of runes, but it's always the same. The subjects wither and rot.
Nature has made us intolerant to change, but fortunately, we have the capacity to change our nature.
And this is Shimmer?
It should provide everything one needs to survive a violent transition.
Why does he have the purple goo? Does everybody just kind of have a dose of it now, or?
If you take this path, they will despise you.
Jace will understand.
Will he? Will he understand if you turn into a monster? I don't know. D for doubt. Is that Jace? Man's ripped. Holy shit.
Hammerwork is such a delicate art.
How'd you find me?
You're the de facto head of the council. People notice where you go.
Yeah, how did he end up as, like, head of the council? He's, like, brand spanking new to the whole thing.
Marcus brought this to me. It's an explosive. I tried taking it apart and it nearly killed me. This and Shimmer. It's hard to believe what they're capable of.
Shimmer. Is Shimmer what they call the purple stuff? Have I been missing that this whole time? My bad.
Is that what's really bothering you?
He was my mentor, Mel. And I betrayed him.
My family cast me out, and yet part of me still loves them. Heimerdinger will understand eventually. You can bring Hextech to the masses, just like you've always dreamed.
First, I have to save Viktor.
I'll store the council, but they'll soon need their leader. In the meantime, try not to lose your nuts.
Subtle.
Enforcers are searching anyone who crosses the bridge.
Oh, I thought she was dead. I thought Jinx killed her. Did she just knock her unconscious and tie her to the rafters? Alive?
Where are you going?
I need to find Jinx.
Sir,
What?
let's just say I didn't always see eye to eye with my old man. She'll come to you when she's ready.
Oh, Jinx. What happened? Oh yeah, she got sliced on the leg.
She was there for me, not the enforcer.
She's stapling her leg together? Holy shit. Gross.
Caitlin.
Is that a real tree?
Pretty cool, huh?
Okay. So this other group who Echo is leading is obviously like resistance, right? Resistance to not Silas, Silco. Resistance to Silco and his shit.
Powder's gone, Vi. All that's left is Jinx, and she belongs to
You're
Silco.
wrong. She's still in there. I know my sister.
I got one more thing to show you. This is everyone we've lost. Your sister works for him not because she has to, but because she wants to.
Because she wants to, because she's confused. She needs help. So this is because Jace is making them check everybody who comes through, right?
Do you have any idea how this looks? I order a blockade and my own partner violates it. What were you doing? I was consulting a friend about our quandary. Well, you didn't say they were from the Undercity. What difference does that make? They're dangerous. I'm from the Undercity.
That's what I was just about to say.
Was your friend able to help? No, he said nature was resistant to this sort of tampering.
We aren't due for an assembly.
It's a mutiny.
We shoot ever since your stun topside. Profits have been plummeting.
These people are looking rough.
What's your plan to fix this?
The border issue is temporary. Jinx will deal with it.
How are you meant to bring Piltover to heal if you can't handle your own people?
Oh shit.
Have you forgotten where we came from? Air so thick it clogged your throat. But I pulled you all up from the depths. But you've grown fat and complacent. We came from a world where there
You
was
just gonna let this man die?
Around. Don't forget again.
Damn. He's a good villain. I like him. He's very intimidating. He's kind of got that scary calmness about him. I like it. Like, you can just tell, like, he's in control at all times, which is scary.
What have you done with Vi?
Why being all creepy? Just say, we're friends.
I brought her here. It's me you want.
My hero.
You're...
Aw.
But I thought they were hurting you.
Vi tells me I can trust you. You get a pass back topside, that's it. Let's go.
I adore Kate and Vi, and I'm not getting enough of them, and I'm salty about it.
Let me help you with that.
Where have you been, Jinx?
Chasing down dead ends, and guess what? They're not all dead.
She and the Enforcer are back for the crystal. Not for you. I am your family. Everyone else betrays us. You have to complete the weapon.
The weapon. Ew. Okay, but the weapon. So they're making a weapon. Again, maybe they've talked about this before and I missed it because I talked over it. Entirely possible. But they're making a weapon. So that's where this is leading. That's kind of what I was looking for. It was like the missing puzzle piece for me.
It's beautiful.
If your people had your way, it'd be rubble and ash. Your people hunt us. Like animals.
That's not possible.
Echo, she believes what she's saying, okay? She's not your enemy.
Then what's this?
You have to let me take that back.
We could beat Silco with this.
It's wrong what's been done to you. You'd be well within your rights to keep it. But if you do, this cycle of violence will never stop. This city needs healing. More than I ever realized. Please, let me help you.
One condition. I'm the one who gives it to them.
Seems fair to me.
Ingenuity is inspired.
It's been suggested that they may have found a way to utilize the gemstone. We should prepare our own countermeasures.
You want us to build weapons? Absolutely not.
See, I don't think she's a bad person, but I do think she's a politician, I guess is the best way to put it. I think she's a politician. She thinks like a politician, and that's not always a good thing. Also, it's a shame that Jinx isn't working with these scientists because she's so smart. She has such ingenuity, and she could, with them, create such amazing things. But unfortunately, because of the way the chips fell, she's on the wrong side.
You cannot be considering this. Are we just gonna stand by while they attack us? We agreed Hextech was to improve lives, not to take them. We may not have a choice.
Uh-oh. Jeez Louise.
There is always a choice.
And Jace is like torn between the politics and his own humanity, his own morals. It feels like everybody's about to be driven to do something they shouldn't. Jinx is gonna make the weapon. Viktor's gonna do something with the purple serum. Jace is gonna make weapons too. Uh-oh.
I'm worried I have to do something I never thought I would.
Oh shit. What's this about to do? Have we entered Sam Raimi's Spider-Man? What's going on here?
I can't leave her again.
You can't change her.
I have to try. It's been real, Cupcake.
Ha! Gay!
Halt! What the hell is this?
I have proof. Silco's behind everything.
Unfortunately, this man is the corrupted one, so your proof won't do a lot of good. I think he had armor on his chest. I don't think it killed him. I swear to God, if it killed him, I'm gonna lose my mind. bug's doing. Oh. That was the significance of the bug landing on the light when she was... Holy shit. Okay. Okay, he's breathing. Don't scare me like that, Echo. I've lost too many people in the show already. Can't handle anymore. Jinx is so cool. Jinx is tied for my favorite character with Vi, but for very different reasons. Like, they're in two separate categories of being my favorite character. Wait, who did Jinx just kill? Him? Or no? Who did she shoot? She didn't shoot Echo, did she? Holy shit. Okay, he's alive. He's good. Get her, Echo. Get her. Better not fucking sacrifice yourself, Echo, or I swear to God, I'm gonna lose it. She's so cool. I love her. She's so neat.
Oh, look who it is. The boy savior.
Oh, that's the title of this episode, The Boy Savior. This is so cool. What the fuck? Don't hesitate. I mean, I don't want him to kill her, but like, hesitation's how you end up dead. Like, he should knock her out. He doesn't have to kill her, he just needs to knock her unconscious. See, that's why! Look at that! Well, Jinx is alive. I know Jinx is alive. Because there's no way she's dead. But what about Echo? Ah! 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 What the hell? Okay, so, holy shit. Great episode. These episodes just keep getting better. They just do. They just keep getting better. I'm glad we got to see Echo again. I'm afraid he's dead. I really hope he's not because I really like his character and I want him to come back and do more. But also, he got exploded by the bomb. So I love Vi and Kate. I love them, and I love Jinx's jealousy over their relationship because it's very obviously a different relationship from the one that Vi and Jinx would have because they're sisters versus two women who are not related who likely have romantic feelings for each other. Two very different types of relationships, but still, like, it's a very human emotion, like jealousy of just somebody having a close connection with somebody else, especially after you've been separated for so long and you ended on rocky terms the last time you saw each other. I think that's a really interesting dynamic that the show writers are playing with. Those little bug bomb things that Jinx made, genius. Very cool. I stand by what I said about it's a damn shame that she's on the bad guy side because her working with the scientists when they weren't politically motivated, those three would have been an amazing team. They would have been able to create some really cool stuff, I think. And yeah, sure, like Jinx really only makes weapons and we don't really want weapons with this hex tech. We want you know, peace and prosperity, but the only reason she only makes weapons is because that's all she needs right now. Like, that's the situation she's in. That's what benefits her the most. But like, if she put her mind to other things, she could create some really cool things, I think. Also, speaking of the scientist, Viktor has now shot himself up with the juice. That's not great. That doesn't bode well for the future. And then, he shot himself with the juice, slit his hand, reached out for the magic thing, and then it like did something to him and we don't know what yet. Villain origin story maybe? I'm hoping so. I think he'd be a cool villain. I'm standing by it. I once again apologize for calling Silco by the wrong name for multiple episodes. I think I've been calling him Silas for a while, and you've probably been screaming at your computers like, Layton, no! Wrong! And to that I say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Predictions for next episode. I am thinking, because we're coming up to the end of the season, I'm thinking Jinx is going to make that weapon that Silco's been wanting her to make. I think, does she have the crystal now, or did the other, no, I don't think the other girls have it. I think Jinx got it, and she blew things up, and now she's gonna, once she gets up, because I think she's unconscious, but once she gets up, she's probably gonna run off and make the weapon. That's my assumption. I think hopefully Kate and Vi keep working together and their connection gets even closer. Echo, I predict to be alive. I'm manifesting that he survived and that he'll continue to survive because I don't want him to be dead. I'm assuming Viktor is obviously going to be a problem now that he's a juiced up monster. I think that's a safe assumption to make. I wonder, you know, I want him to be like a season 2 villain, but also I wonder if he's just kind of like a problem that they'll solve this season and he'll die. I don't know. Or he'll repent and be like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done what I did. I don't know. It's hard to predict him. He's kind of like a wild card right now. Jace, I think, is gonna give in and start making weapons with the Hex Tech because he is a weak, spineless, easily manipulatable man. Is that a word? Manipulative? He's not manipulative, he's manipulable. I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I'm trying to say. And again, I don't think the goddess woman whose name I still haven't learned. I should look that up right now. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. I mean, there's worse things I could call her than a literal goddess, but I also feel like I should know her name. Mel? Mel? Is her name Mel? Did I find it? Hold on. Yes, Mel. Her name's Mel. Okay. I can remember that. It's one letter off from my best friend's fiance's name. So Mel, I don't think she is a bad person necessarily. I just think she's a politician. And so her priorities lie with politics, with, you know, having a leg up politically, with having connections, that kind of stuff, you know, that's, you know, not great, but also it's not turning people into monsters with an elixir. The bar's in hell, but like, but I also think that's like the great thing about this show, and it's what makes the characters so interesting, is that I think none of them are fully good or bad. I think they all kind of are complex like any other human being, you know. Mel is, you know, a good person. She's trying to support, I think she's trying to support Jace. I think she actually likes him and she's not just, you know, manipulating him politically. But also, her political motivations are at the forefront at all times. Jace wants to help people with his technology, but also is getting wrapped up in the politics. Viktor also wants to help people with the tech, and he just doesn't want to die, but unfortunately he's going about that stuff the wrong way by maybe taking a few too many risks, especially if he's about to turn himself into a literal monster. It's not great. Jinx, just a confused girl, just confused. She's been through so much. Her mind is just not all there, and you know, she was a really good person when she was a little kid, but then things got twisted. Even Vi's not perfect, you know, she has a good heart, she has good intentions, but when they were younger, she kind of felt this need to prove herself, and that put her friends and sister in a lot of danger. And then after everything that happened with her family, she understandably, you know, she was upset with her sister because her sister was the reason that their entire family was then dead, but because of her actions of like on the spot disowning her sister, just being so cruel about it all, like that's what led to Jinx joining the wrong side, joining Silco and his bad guys. Everybody has their baggage, everybody has their good side and their bad side. Even Vander, you know, he is the reason that the girl's parents are dead. You know, he led this revolution recklessly that got a lot of people killed, and then, you know, he kind of learned from that mistake and kind of overcorrected in the other direction to where he chose not to do anything to help the Undercity in their situation. But like, yeah, everybody's got like these complex like good and bad sides, and I think that's what makes the show and the characters interesting. I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing where these characters' arcs take them moving forward. And again, I'm just so bummed I only have 2 episodes left now, and I don't want it to end. Like, I want it to keep going. But I also appreciate shows that, you know, don't do a bunch of like filler episodes and stuff to fluff out the season. You know, if they only need 9 episodes, then they only need 9 episodes, and I'm glad they didn't fluff it out for the sake of having more episodes. I think that when the integrity of the show is the most important thing to maintain, like I think that's a good way to go about it. So, you know, like as a viewer, I'm sad, but also I respect it, and I'm glad that they went this route, even though it's disappointing to not have more content. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit the like button. Also make sure to subscribe so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Also in the comments, what I'd like to hear from you today is what's your favorite character arc or like character personality, whatever. It doesn't have to be your favorite character in the show, but like your favorite intricacies of a character. It can be your favorite character, but like for me, like Vi is my favorite character, but my favorite character arc, my favorite like character motivations and stuff is Jinx. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when I said they were my favorite characters, but for like very different reasons and very different like categories. That's what I meant. Like Vi, I like her as like the protagonist, and I like her as like this badass girl who can beat people up and whatever. But like motivation wise, character arc wise, Jinx fascinates me. I think she's so cool. Actress wise, the voice actress does an amazing job. Like everything about her is fascinating to me, and that's why I like her. So yeah, I'd love to know who your Jinx is. Is it Jinx? Is it another character? Let me know. Remember, no spoilers past this episode, no spoilers past episode 7. You can't talk about past episodes, but we don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen the rest of the series yet. Also, once again, don't forget to go check out my Patreon if you're interested in checking out the uncut versions of these videos, especially if you want to see the last 2 videos early, uncut. They're over there right now on Patreon. Link is in the description. And finally, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!